Volking himself, 19.9 million, 43 units. I mean, a lot of people don't even do that in a whole year. And you do it in a month. I mean, tell me, how do you do it?
Just years and years and years of just being at your craft, to be honest with you, and just keeping your head down and ignoring the noise and just staying focused, but also ensuring that organization is key, and also having a team, having a partnership like you that supports us and allows us to strive at our maximum potential. So that plays a really big role with our success. Having the support, having a team, having people that are like-minded. So it goes a long ways.
Yeah, you are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
One thing about you, you broke in multiple records for the last 10, 15 years at every company you've been at, and nowadays a lot of people in the industry are being recognized as top producers when they're funding 4 or 5 million a month. And people are struggling to fund 1 million a month. What some advice would you have to those people, or what are they doing wrong that they're not even able to get to 5, 6 million a month?
I think, with social media and the way the world has been modified in a lot of ways, a lot of newcomers are mistaking proximity for polarity, right? And what I mean by that is, doesn't mean if you're just hanging out with the top producers or hanging out with the owner of a company or you're out with us or this or that, that you're automatically going to have the same, polarity of our success and our, our track record. You still have to do the work. And this happens a lot, even with social media and people get a lot of, they're in the proximity of their social media realm, all that fake attention. And the problem is when you're up against the real gangsters in the game, right? The OGs, it's really hard to compete with them because they've actually put in the work. It's like someone's really struggling or someone's going through something. It's like, why did we have to struggle? Why did we have to go through the shit? And you don't,
Yeah,
you know?
no, 100%. I agree. And one thing you mentioned earlier, you said, it's the partnership that we are able to excel and bring you to the next level. What's one thing that you noticed was different about our partnership than previous partnerships you had in the past?
One of the biggest things that I have here, and I'm grateful for the partners that I have with my brother here, Amir, is that there is how do I put this? It is unconditional loyalty. Where there is a lot of men and broker owners and people out there that crack under pressure. They're kind of, swayed over a dollar. They're swayed over, a certain gesture, certain things like that. And being around good men that don't crack under pressure solidifies a strong foundation, and business can go for miles and miles and miles and on for on. This company can outgrow us, right? But that was the number one thing that we have kind of come to a pact on.
My biggest thing is trust. You can never break that trust. The minute you break that trust, then everything else will fall. And I feel like one thing about us is we have the same mindset. We don't take no for an answer, and we have the same goals and career goals, and that's what we look forward to every single day and what we work toward. And I feel like a lot of people now, they have a fake vision, or they really compare themselves to a lot of other people in the industry. What do you say to those people that are always comparing?
You know what they say, comparison is the thievery of all joy.
Yep,
So
my favorite quote.
yeah, it happens to all of us, especially with social media, Instagram. Like we go to the gym, we get a pump, and then like boom, there's another bigger bodybuilder, or like you hit a PR, boom, there's always a bigger fish out there. And the problem is with exposure to so much, that luxury of exposure, is a liability. And it becomes a liability because it's the thievery of all joy. People don't value what they have. I'm guilty of it. We all are. Like always feel like, oh, it's not good enough, or oh, hey, I'm not grateful enough. So with new luxuries in this life, you know what I mean? We should also practice an additional realm of gratitude to ensure that we value what we have. You know what I mean? That's kind of one of the factors that should be practiced, because luxuries are liabilities.
100%.
A lot of us do a lot of comparison and this and that, but at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with competition. We love competition, and there's nothing wrong with healthy competition, with men going against one another and going head to head. This is how the greats have evolved, right? Competition, keeps us sharp. Iron sharpens iron.
Exactly.
So when you have a room filled with a bunch of top producers and all of us are pretty much moving at the speed of light,
Yep.
it's different from when you sit with a big random company and you're sitting by yourself in a cubicle, lost in the sauce, and just watching the top 2% of other company make money. They got their favorites. They're kind of creating their own matrix. Like companies that create their own matrix creates a giant fallacy for the people, because let's be real, in the mortgage space, let's just say there's 100 LOs in the whole world, right? And, the reality is only the top, 5% are genuinely crushing it, and the rest are just there as decoys.
Yep.
To just fill up the void. And one thing that's different about our atmosphere is we don't have any decoys. We don't have people just bodies filling up the void. This is the place of the elites. And, between you, myself, and Yosef, and the rest of the guys, I mean, it's just an area that's just, it's hard to survive,
Yeah.
when we move at the speeds and the altitudes that we function at. But it's an honor because we still are, put up against one another and we're competing in the best way possible and we have each other's backs.
Yeah.
So like
No, exactly.
that's good luck trying to break that force fight.
Like, no matter what, we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
What's the future for Lone Vault?
well, I'm gonna continue to scale Lone Vault. I've completely kind of dismissed the whole independent side because there's a lot of complications. For a long time, the whole independent model was brought onto the scene in 2022 and 2020, and it was kind of like the ideal space. But the problem is loan officers are struggling the majority of their day looking for leads, trying to build technology, trying to reinvent the wheel. The company's very, like not, companies end up not being as organized. You have to beg people to come into work. I mean, it just doesn't, it's not a good process.
Yeah.
The process, if you want to be a loan officer, be successful at your craft, you come to work and you do what you do best and be a loan officer. You're not a marketer. You're not an engineer. You're not a operations manager. You're not a prof. Come to work and do what you do best. And what we've done with Lone Vault is now we kind of retracted and started re-expanding into multiple mini retail offices across the globe. And that's kind of, our process. So right now we have one set here in Newport Beach. So God bless. It's an amazing team. We're super grateful for everybody we have there. Shout out to all you guys. And we have our second office pending right now in Miami, which I'll be heading out soon. So
Yeah.
you got to come out and we're going to need your expertise and your touch there too, of course.
No, 100%.
But that's a different space. That model, I believe, is genuine because independent has troubled a lot of LOs out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of LOs that don't really know what they're doing. So when you're an independent LO, you guys understand you're a self-employed business owner. And unfortunately, not everybody in the world is equipped to be a business owner.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think a lot of loan officers kind of got unmotivated after going into that world of the independent LOs because now they have to figure out everything.
Yeah.
When you're just good at one thing, just keep doing that one thing. Stop trying to figure out how to market. Stop trying to figure out how to process, how to set up appointments, do all that. If you're good at one thing, just keep doing that one thing and excel at it. And that's one of the biggest thing that what we grow here and we make sure our loan officers have all the tools they need to be the most successful they ever been in their career.
I've seen it. Loan officers here are, you guys, numbers don't lie. There's LOs that come here, they do their job, they work, they provide good service to people, and they do very, very well. They do a lot. Listen, I could promise you 100% of revenue on anything you want all day long. But if you got no loans and you write 100% of one loan, that's 100% of one loan. Or you can come in here and fund 20, 30 loans and actually get a greater profit and move on with your life and move on.
Yeah. No, I mean, Jeff Bezos only owns 20% of Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's sad. Damn. Wealthy?
And sometimes people want 100% of 10K or you want 20% of a million,
That's actually a strong point. Yeah. Play ahead.
That's what people don't look at. One of my favorite things about you is your team, the people you surround yourself with. You don't just help them with becoming a loan officer, but you help them becoming a better person. If it has to do with their personal life, their health life, and what motivates you to kind of help people to become a better person overall and not just a better loan officer?
So I'm sure you know this. I'm an athlete. I compete. I work out. I'm big in the gym space, and being a loan officer and being a business owner and spending all these years in corporate America, coming from investment banking back in the day, it's seeing all these people over the past decade. People's health has deteriorated tremendously.
Yeah.
Right. When people's health deteriorates, they make stupid choices. They have stupid decisions. And when men's testosterone decreases, they fall apart. That's a true fact.
Yeah.
And when women's hormones are out of whack, you already know you already know. So, over the past couple of years, I've been working very closely with a very good friend of mine. His name's Dr. Aboud Bakri. He's actually good friends with Andrew Huberman. And he's actually a physician himself. And we've all kind of come together, me and Dr. Aboud Bakri, and we've evolved a company called BioVault.
Okay.
So, I kind of attract a lot of the health junkies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you come into Lone Vault, it's just, for the longest time in corporate America, I come in there and I see a lot of degenerates, drunks, people that like to do a lot of the, special salt. And I've seen people fall up, and I've seen fatalities happen from overdose and drugs, and it's heartbreaking. It's sad. I knew a few people and over the years, and it's hard. It's really hard, God rest their souls. But at the same time, it's like, why can't we perform at our max peak potential? Why can't we reach our potential, but also at the same time prosper with your health as well? So what we do here at BioVault, it's very simple. We do blood cancer genetic testing every 3 months, and we optimize people's hormones medically.
Oh, that's
And if I'd rather you be healthy, thick, juicy, and strong than skinny, limp, and braille and brittle.
No,
And
100%.
you perform better in sales. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? You look good, you feel good, you perform well, you just do so much better. But if you're in an atmosphere with a mortgage company and all these guys want to do is drink,
Yeah.
drink and drink and drink and drink, I mean, let's be real. How long is that going to last?
Yep.
If your boss is constantly a drunk,
Yeah.
sloppy, right? Can you really trust them?
Yeah. And yeah, one thing, that I admire about you is you lead by example. You're there early morning, late night, every day, making up a spin. Yeah. And what is it going to take for someone to join the Lone Wolf?
Honestly, uh, for somebody to be a part of this platform, and we're not crazy actively looking. We are just looking for the select few that are elites that really want to make it in a big way. And no, we don't, showcase everything. We're very private. We're very internal. We protect the house. So if somebody wants to be a part of the family, I'm always open to it. But you have to have the mindset of at least that you're a doer, not somebody that looks for excuses. And when I talk about, I don't want to be generic, say, oh, this guy look. No, I'm just saying like, if I give you a mission, I want to be able to trust that that mission is going to be accomplished.
Yeah.
When I come back, turn my back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just relentless will. If you have relentless will, everything else can follow. But if you don't have that, I can't buy that. I can't instill that in you. I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a very thin margin, but hey, I'd rather run with, a team of 10 guys and take over the world than a team of 100 with a lot of them have a lot of issues.
I agree.
You know?
100%.
As strong as your weakest link.
Yep. What advice would you give someone that's looking to take their career to the next level or, do 20 loans a month?
You really want to get about secret sauce? Sure. Some advice that I would give somebody to take their career to the next level is practice. You have to be now when I say practice, I'm talking about practice in the right way. You have to be, how do I put this? You have to be prepared. You have to ensure that you have the best systems. You have to ensure that you're clean and organized. You have to understand the marketing reasons for this marketing seasons, marketing reasons for the marketing season like that, right? You have to know this. You got to know your borrower. You have to know who you're talking to. You got to understand voice inflection. It's a multitude of things. I mean, look at Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Why was he so fucking great? The guy was just relentless.
Yep.
So if you want to take your career to the next level, I'm not telling you have to be Michael Jordan of mortgage,
Yeah.
but there you could take bits and pieces to really polish your skills. I mean, number one, don't waste your time on calls that don't do anything for you.
Nope.
Don't waste your time on conversations that do nothing for you. Number three, be in a good mood, right?
Yeah.
Number four, be honest, direct, straight to the point. Don't give nobody the sales special and insult nobody's intelligence.
Yep.
And when you're working with clients, perform. Don't talk, perform. People will naturally recognize if they're working with a professional or not. And if you naturally have the skill set to perform, people will do business with you. But if you're not performing at an altitude where people don't recognize it, no one's going to do business with you.
Yeah. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Right.
Paul, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.